Hey everyone, Mr. Voikin here, and in this instructional tutorial we're going to take a look at VIM again and some more advanced navigation, because moving around is important to your efficiency and getting that program done quickly. And also it's pretty frustrating when you can't do things like copy, cut, paste, undo, redo, etc. So let's get started here. So where are we? LS, and we're going to open the calculator program again. There it is, all in color. Beautiful. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, let's talk about moving around. Well, the first thing we can do is we can actually just use our arrow keys to move up and down and left and right, but also we can use the H to move left, the L to move right, the J to move down, and the K to move up. So I'm not sure exactly why it's those four letters, but they move the exact same way as the arrow keys do. Now, what if I want to move, say, example, from one end to the other a little bit quicker, rather than hitting the arrow key 30, 40, 50 times? If you hold shift and press either those four letters or the arrow key, it's going to move from word to word or character to character. So it gets you to the end of the line a lot faster. But you can also use a shortcut key by just going W, which moves you in the same way as the shift and right arrow, and by typing B, it moves you the same way as typing shift and the left arrow key. Okay, now what if I wanted to move to a specific line? So I want to move up to line number 3 and do some editing on that line. Again, I can use my arrow key and go up and down, and it's not too bad when I've only got 20 lines of code here. But if I had 600 lines of code and I want to move up to number 3, I don't want to have to press that up arrow key 597 times. So all you do is type in the line number that you want and then hit shift and G. And that brings me up to 3. If I want to go down to line number 10, I'm going to type 10, shift G, and it takes me to line 10. Okay, now what if I want to get right down to the bottom of the code, the last line? Well, if I don't know what line number that is, I can just hit shift and G, and that takes me down to the last line. And if I want to get back up to the top, I'm just going to hold the escape and press GG, and that takes me up to line number 1. Okay, so I'm going to move down to line number 10, so 10 and shift G. There we are at the beginning of the line. Well, if I wanted to move to the end of that line 10, remember there's a couple things I can do. I can hit the arrow key. I can use one of those letters. I can hold shift and the right arrow key, or I can hit W a bunch of times. But if I want to get to the end of the line quickest, the best thing is to hold shift and 4, which is your $sign, and that takes you to the end of the line. Now, this is useful, say for example, if I want to put a comment at the end of this line or something, or start to insert something after this. But now I'm not in the insert function right now, and to do any of these movements around, you should try to hit the escape button so that you're not in sort of the insert mode like that. So escape, and you'll be able to use this navigation a lot easier. The problem with using the navigation while you're in the insert mode is you're once in a while going to accidentally start using say W or the B, and you'll just be inserting those characters in your code, and then it's going to be quite a hassle to go back and find all that. So just make sure you're out of insert mode by pressing escape. Now, if I wanted to start typing a comment right here, I'm going to have to type I to go into insert and then move one space over and then start making my code. So I, one space over and slash and type comment. Okay, now I can basically do the same thing if I'm in the escape and I'm on that last character within that line. If you just do A, type lowercase a, that's the same as typing I and moving over one line, and now I can put in a comment. Okay, so now I want to get back to the beginning of the line. Well, how do I get back to the beginning of the line without using arrows or the shift arrow or the B? Well, what I can do is type the caret symbol, which is shift 6. And oops, you can see what happened there. I'm in the insert, so I got to hit escape and then shift 6. That takes me to the beginning of the line. Okay, well, we've made some changes here, and now we want to quit the program. So what did we do before? Well, we would put in a colon and put a Q and then a W, and that would quit and save. Actually, you want to do WQ, so we want to save first, then quit, not the opposite way around. But there is a faster way to do it, and that is just to hold down the control and type ZZ. And that basically did the same thing. So control and ZZ, that brought me out. Oh, sorry, that is, I did the wrong thing there. Sorry. It should be shift and ZZ. Control and Z, just one Z, what that does is it temporarily stops the program. So what I've done is I've sort of hidden the program right now so I can go in and do some stuff within terminal. And you can see right here that it says it is stopped. Okay, so what is stopped? The VIM calculator is stopped. So now I could go in there and start looking around and doing some stuff. But if I want to restore this program and go back into it, I just type FG, hit enter, and I'm back into that. So again, if I wanted to save and quit, it's shift ZZ, and now I have saved and quit the program. And if I made some changes, I would have to go back and compile that. So we'll compile that, then ./a.ut, and run the program, and I can see it's still working. So that's great. Let's go back into the program and learn a little bit more about the navigation that we can do. Well, if I go in here, let's say, and what am I doing? Escape. Where am I? If I'm down, say here, and I want to delete this entire line, so that's going to be cutting it. Okay, so all I'm going to do is type DD. Whoa, there it goes. But now I realize I made a mistake. So I need to undo that. So all we have to do is type U, and it puts it back. Okay. Now the redo is going to be Control and R. So if I hit Control and R, you can see it's going to redo that, and U will put it back again. So undo is U, redo is Control R, cut the entire line is DD. Now, what if I want to get rid of all 5 of these lines? Well, I can't highlight it and I can delete it, but if I want to keep it sort of so that I can do something with it later, like put it somewhere else, then I want to sort of cut it and put it onto our clipboard. So what I'm going to do is type 5 and DD, and you see it got rid of all 5 of those lines. And now what if I want to put that back in? Well, we're going to paste that, and there's 2 ways to paste. You can do lowercase p, which will paste everything after the line that you're on, and the uppercase P will paste everything to the line that you are on. So if I want to paste all the stuff that I cut there onto line 13, I'm just going to hold Shift and P, and you can see that I put that in there. If I don't want to do that, I can hit undo, and I can hit undo again and put that back. Okay, and I guess the last one would be copy. What if I want to copy something? Well, again, we can't use Control or Command C like we do with a normal document in Mac, so we're just going to type YY, lowercase YY. So I've basically copied those, and if I now go down to 18 and I want to paste that there, Shift P, and you can see that I've pasted that. If I don't want to do that, just undo it. And I'm going to head back up to line 8 here, and we'll do the same thing, except this time instead of cutting these 5 lines, I'm going to copy these 5 lines by going 5 YY, and I've now copied them. If you look at the bottom of the screen, it says 5 lines were yanked. And if I head down to line 18, and now I'm just going to put in the lowercase p, which is going to paste that in at the after the line that I was on. So I was on 18 and it pasted it down to 19. Again, I don't really want that there. So U for undo, and remember Control R and U, etc. That is done. Now there are lots and lots and lots of different shortcuts and commands and things we can do in VIM, and I don't want to go through an entire list of literally hundreds of different commands and shortcuts. So this is what you guys want to go to, which is vim.rtorr.com, and you will find the VIM cheat sheet, which literally has, oh my goodness, and your task is to memorize all of, no, that would be way too much. Print out the cheat sheet. No, don't even do that. Just if you figure you need to do something, just take a look at it. All right, guys, hope this helps. See you next time.